So in today's video, we're going to talk about a touchy subject in the barbering industry, and I'm going to tell you guys 5 steps that I took to go from charging $30 a haircut to $100 plus.
Why are we the sickest brand in the world?
In the simplest terms, sota.
Sota, 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 sota.
So throughout my experience in this industry, I've been cutting hair for about 7 years now, and there are a lot of things that I learned the hard way. There are some things that I wish I did differently. But when it comes to raising your prices, the 5 key elements that I used to raise my price and maintain a clientele was: number 1, do your research; number 2, invest in the craft; number 3, elevate the client experience; number 4, create a social presence; and number 5, raise your price. The reason I chose to go about it this way is because I felt like it would give me the best chance of success while fully understanding the industry. Let's get into the first element. What I mean by research is study your industry in the area that you're in. Being in Toronto, the average rate around the time that I started was maybe $30 to $40. So I decided to price myself a little bit lower at 30, make sure that I could build up my clientele, make sure that I could pack my schedule, and then I could look into raising my price down the line. So the reason I priced myself on the lower end is because I had no experience being in the city. I also had 0 clientele. So to give myself a head start, I wanted to start low, pack my schedule, gain a lot of clients, and then maybe look into raising my price at a later point. As a new barber, this is how I would go about my research. Look up the most popular and the most reviewed barbershops in your area. Look at what those barbers are charging based on the same skill level as you, and charge yourself accordingly. This is a good baseline for you to start, and then look into raising your price at a later point. This next element would be to invest in your craft. Investing in your craft became extremely important to me when I worked at the last shop I was at. I actually had a client that would come see me on a weekly basis, and he would get me to do his fade for him, but right after that appointment, he'd go to a salon to get the top cut. This way of approaching his hairstyle was so strange to me, because I'd always think there has to be a better way to give him what he wants, for him to just go to one shop and get all of it done in the same place. And I think at that point is when I realized that bettering myself and understanding the industry, understanding hair, is what's going to allow me to provide that service to him and eventually allow me to also charge more for it. Some ways you can invest into your craft is by 1, practicing. Make sure you're always getting those reps in, because it's the only way you'll train your eye to look at something that's different. Number 2 would be to study your favorite stylists, study your favorite barbers, because Instagram is a perfect tool for that. And number 3 is take some education. I'm going to shamelessly plug myself and tell you guys to attend some soda education. Another key factor that I found that helped me a lot when raising my prices was to elevate the client experience. Another way you can elevate the client experience is through communication. Make sure the client's getting exactly what they want, and if it is a little bit different, that's where your expertise comes into play. Advise them on what would look good, what doesn't look good, what's going to suit them and what doesn't suit them, and hopefully you guys find this middle ground where you're both happy and that client's definitely coming back to you. Another thing you can do to make sure you're elevating the client experience is to try and make sure you're working in a nicely designed environment. At the end of the day, it's more than just a haircut, and that client's going to appreciate the experience more than anything else. Okay, so you've built up a skill set, you've built up somewhat of a clientele. At this stage of your career, I would say to build up a social presence. This is going to help you guys a lot when it comes to attracting new clients, and I'll explain that to you a little further when it comes to raising your prices. Attracting new clients is going to be extremely important to you, because obviously you're not going to maintain 100% of your clientele. You're not going to have 100% retention. So you'll always need to bank on the fact that you need new people coming to sit into your chair to keep you busy. One thing I did to increase my social presence was I did this thing called a 30-day attack, which is pretty much you posting every single day for 30 days. And it not only allows you to be more comfortable with putting your work out there, but you're also developing an eye for what you think looks good, what doesn't look good. You're able to get faster with your editing. You're able to put out more work out there. After doing this challenge, I noticed myself being fully booked, and I was able to raise my prices. Okay, now we've reached the last element, which is to raise your price. When it comes to raising your price, you don't want to take a small jump in price, because let's say, for example, you're raising your price in June, you end up realizing that you're still fully booked, you have no time for new clients, and you want to raise it again in September. Now that client you've been servicing since June is now taking twice the hit. You'd rather just increase by a $20, $30 margin, and that way that can sustain you. Your clientele will drop off a little bit, but you'll still be able to build a newer clientele. Another thing people fail to recognize when raising their price is that when a new client comes into the business, there's no shock factor involved because they never knew of your price previously. In our heads, a lot of time I think we are our worst enemy, and clients never really feel the impact of your price raise. All right, so these are the elements that I used to raise my price. I hope that you guys can see how methodical this process was, and I hope that it helps you out on your journey as well. If you guys have any questions, or if there's any other topics that you want me to talk about, let me know in the comments below. And as always, guys, I wish you the best, and I'll catch you in the next one.